Obviously going from an M4 to a car like this, it's obviously going to be quite a shock to most people, but actually I wasn't as depressed as maybe some people might think I was, because this car is actually really fun to drive. Obviously it hasn't got the torque or the power, but it's still a really, really fun car, and it handles really well. You do get a little bit of torque steer.
Learn to walk a tightrope. Ever seen a rich nigga go broke?
It's been a while since I've done a vlog. That's probably because I've been tied up selling my M4 and getting this Polo GTI 2011. So it's the 1.4, 180 PS. I'm in quite a bit of heavy traffic here, and if I'd have done that in my M4, the back end probably would have spun out. I'd be shitting myself, paranoid that I'm going to go into the back of the car in front. The Polo just doesn't have enough power to make you feel like you're on the edge, but that's okay, because let's be honest, this is a car that I've bought for daily driving. I haven't bought it to start, you know, tracking or anything like that. My plan is to keep this Polo for a while. I'm going to save up. I'm sort of thinking one of my favourite cars that I still haven't owned is the RS3 2015. If I owned that, if I could get that car at some point, I think I possibly would have owned all my dream cars. And obviously, you know, it's not saying those are the only cars I like. I like lots of cars, but I've always loved the M4, the M392 and the RS3 2015. Not really that much of a fan of the facelift RS3. Just no. Plus the accelerator pedal, that is apparently a lot longer in the new RS3, and so that's put me off getting the new RS3 facelift. I'd rather just get the 2015, let's be honest. Hopefully going to depreciate a bit more. It's the most stubborn car I've ever seen in terms of depreciation. The cheapest RS3 2015 you can get in the country at the moment is bordering on about 33, 34k. For a car that sort of is still a hatchback, to still be that expensive is fucking unbelievable. Because the M3, for, you know, that's going down. You can get an M3 for less than an RS3, which is absurd, really. Anyway, I won't go too much into that. But yeah, the RS3 2015 is sort of the only car that I haven't owned yet that I'd really like to. I've had the S3, the M392, the M4. I would like the M3 F80, but to be honest, I've had the M4, and I don't really think that suddenly getting in the M3 is going to be like, oh wow, you know. But in hindsight, having the M4, I wish I'd got the M3, because those wheel arches look better, and it just looks less like the 4 Series and the 3 Series standard. It looks a lot better, and I was always like, oh, for fuck's sake, you know, coupe's hands down always going to look better. Nah, I think the M3's got more lines, the back end looks so much more beastie. The M4's so big for a coupe, it's such a big car for a coupe, so having owned the M4, I'm definitely convinced the M3 F80 is nicer. The Polo's quite, obviously it's a small hatchback, but if you look at the kind of proportions to the size of the wheel arches, and a lot of cars out there don't even have anything close to the wheel arch size of a Polo, and it's a bloody small car. So really, once you've lowered this thing, you know, it starts to look like a really fucking sporty car, and I love that. remap on this car and start sort of pushing past the 200 brake horsepower mark and make it faster than the stock facelift model. I haven't done that yet. I'm not sure whether I want to. Partly because it's a 1.4 petrol engine, and I'm just, I don't know, a little bit nerve-wracking about how much 1.4 litre engines can actually handle without upgrading the components and stuff like that. If I had a credit note for, you know, performance parts and a remap, I'd probably do both. But giving this thing a remap or a stage 2 without, you know, upgrading sort of key components, I think things are going to start to burst in this engine. So yeah, at the moment staying pretty stock, and I think because as well is that I'm not crying out for more power. When I do put this thing into sport mode, it's actually really nice just to absolutely floor it and just feel like, yeah, do you know what, like I could go faster, but I quite like the fact that I'm flooring it, I'm not in a ditch, and yeah, it's pure fun. And that's what this car is. It's just a little bundle of fun, and the fact that I've made it look good as well, even better. Happy day. So let's do a little 360 tour of the outside of the car, and I'll show you what sort of mods I've done. The front end, we've got the WRC Street Polo bumper on there. These lights aftermarket. Had a bit of problem getting these through the MOT, but you know, the MOT's passed now, so it's all good. Got an Polo R front grille. I've changed the number plate's German font on an English plate. It's not legal, but it looks good, and I've always been a bit naughty, even at school. Audi S1 genuine wheels. Sorry, but I think they look better on the Polo than they do on the S1. Changed the mirror caps to gloss black. Lowered the thing, so it's not slammed, but it's low. Sort of a happy compromise. These are stock GTI side skirts. I don't know why they made them black on the white car, because they look good white on the white car. So I sprayed these myself. It's probably one of the only things I did myself, actually, was spray this side skirt to match the rest of the car. So I don't know if you can see or not, but these calipers are blue. I've painted them blue, but it's like the WRC Street calipers blue, and I really like that. I think it's like a really nice colour for the calipers. Cool. So we've got a genuine Volkswagen part here, which is the WRC Street Polo spoiler. I've had this professionally sprayed. I fitted it myself. The cocky spray guy said, "Oh, you can't fit that without screws." I did it without screws, and it hasn't come off yet, so that's fuck you to him. Anyway, Milltek exhaust, sounds amazing, and I'm just waiting for a WRC diffuser to come in the post. I ordered it on Monday, hasn't come. It's coming from Poland, still waiting. So that's the only thing I'm waiting for really on this car, and then it should be pretty much a WRC Street Polo, but with a GTI engine. So yeah, they weren't actually released in this country. So I'm kind of making it my own here.